This is a video of a KVAL model 977 miter trim saw that we have just rebuilt here at Ernie's Machinery. I'm going to walk around it first and show you our workmanship. We put all new cylinders, completely rebuilt it, all new valves. We painted it. We put all new air lines, and we fixed it to where it would cut different sizes of material. Up to it'll actually cut 2x4s, miters cut 2x4s. It will cut 3.5 profile material. It'll cut, actually it'll cut on square cuts, it'll cut 2x6s in two. You can use it to cut headers, any type of trim. It'll cut 45 and 90 or 290s for your headers. We have it'll cut up to 98 inches. Will cover your 8-foot material. I'll tell you what. You want to open up that electrical panel for me, Ronnie? We've went through the electrical panel and upgraded it. The machine will take 243 phase or 443 phase or 480, whichever you have. That's okay. You can close it now. Has your start-stop. When this machine came, it didn't have KVAL didn't used to put emergency stops on them. We put emergency stop on there, right there. We've got dust takeoffs, caution guards. The machine cycles automatically. Cycles, and you can put a stack of material in there, and it will just feed continuously as it'll come back and take the next piece off, and be a continuous feed. The machine cuts about 22 pieces a minute. You can speed it up a little bit, but I find that operators really have a hard time keeping up with it anyway, and it doesn't bang as hard as if you set it at about 22 pieces a minute. This machine is very simple to work on. You'll notice that the saws are up on top, easy to get to. This machine also has 2 horsepower motors, which will let them cut through anything. They'll cut through knots, they'll cut through 2x4s, they'll cut brick mold, and here is the logic to the machine, and it's as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have we have them all marked so that you know what tack valve does what, and like right here is tack valve 1. That's what starts it. When it's back in that position, you pull a switch back there and it takes off. Then tack valve 2 is right over here, and when the dogs come out and it feeds out the material, it hits that, and it brings down, when it's in position, it brings down the clamps, and when the clamps come down, the tack valve 3 right there triggers the saws. The saws come down. When they come down, they trigger tack valve 4, and when tack valve 4 is triggered, it sends the saws back, the dogs back, and goes back to tack valve 5, and that starts the whole sequence all over again. I mean, it's really a simple machine, and it is a very heavy-duty, durable machine. It's my favorite machine because of it. It is the easiest to work on. It is the most durable, and it has enough power to cut through anything. Let's see. We can. This normally is covered. You can go ahead and put that cover back up there. We've shown them. I'm going to pause while he's doing that. Okay, Ronnie, you can turn the saws on, and we don't have a lot of material, so we're only going to cycle one piece at a time. And that's a piece of 2x4 that's in there to cut. And go ahead and you notice he just pulls this switch and that starts the cycle. Okay, now you can kill it with a skill switch. That did it. Anyway, that's okay. Now let's bring that piece of 2x4 around here. Nice clean cuts, and it is. We've checked them, and it even had a little bit of a knot there, but you're not going to lug these motors down. Cutting a 2x4, and the cuts are nice and clean. I mean, that is smooth as, almost like it's sanded. So it's that's cutting a 2x4. Now it'll also cut a 2x6, but it'll only cut it square. So we're going to cut a 2x6 and just square cut it to show you that it will cut a 2x6 square. I'm going to pause it. Okay, we have a piece of 2x6 material in there. Now, a 2x6 material, we can't miter cut it, but we can cut it square on both ends. Go ahead, turn your saw on. Pull your switch. Okay, now we have a nice, it's a square cut, but it's a nice cut, square cut on a 2x6. Both ends, nice and square, real smooth cuts, and square. You can also cut of course you can cut headers, 4 9/16, 4 5/8. Actually, you can cut headers up to 5 inch or 5.5 inch. That's what a 2x6 is, isn't it? Yeah, you can cut, if you had material for headers up to 5.5 inches wide, you could cut them with that. But we're just showing you. Also, this machine will cut brick mold. Now we're out of brick mold. We've tested enough till we're out of brick mold, but it will. You know that if it'll cut 1.5 inches wide, that it will cut brick mold, and it'll cut a nice clean cut on 45 both sides, 45 and square on one end. Doesn't matter. You'll notice that on this setup, our saws are both square, and either saw movable or left. Of course, left or right. I want to also show you that we have 2 pointers right here. We're just about we're a little bit off on when we cut from left to right on legs for a square and a 45, and one is for one hand and one is for the other hand. You have to adjust it just a tiny bit when you change hands on your material. All right, we're going to cut some smaller material now. You know, some 2 1/4 wide material, and so that it can actually cut even stop material if you're cutting it square. So, all right, thank you. Okay, go ahead and turn your saws on and hit your start sequence. That's okay. Oh, you had the air turned off. Okay. Okay, you can hit the emergency stop. Hit the emergency stop. When you hit the emergency stop, it stops the cycle, it stops the saws and everything. And we found 2 pieces of trim, but you can stack trim up there really high and get them. Okay, we've got some nice 45-degree cuts. I'm telling you, them are sure smooth cuts. They're nice and smooth and nice and 45. It's doing a great job on both ends. It's got a ski here in the middle, so when you're doing 8 foots, you move that ski out so that you take the sag out of your there's a ski. You take the sag out of your material. You set that out wherever you want it. And this, like I say, this is about my favorite saw. We have to, when KVAL built them, they didn't build them to do 3.5 or wide material. They just built them to cut or brick mold or anything. And we do a lot of work to them. We upgrade them, and they've got some catcher arms over there. If your material will just slide right off of there into that, and or you can cut the catcher arms off and have them fall off into a little cart if you want, or we can. I'll tell you what, we can send some of those. We got some. You can take the catcher arms off, and we'll send those with it, and then your material will just drop into a cart. Okay, thank you very much. Hope somebody's going to have a real nice machine. Thank you.